that, Vanessa. Yeah, I need to redo it, started it and that. Here's the great news, a little bit about Instagram. If you started it and you have something there, great. We're going to launch from that, okay? If everything you ever post ever posted ended up not being, important, viable, liked, commented, no worries. You're starting fresh today. Okay, so we're totally fine on that. And if you've never been on Instagram, today you're probably going to find out whether you should be or not. Not everyone needs to hang out at Instagram. It is not my power platform. I'll tell you that right now. I know about Instagram. I know how to use it. I know what it's for. I know how to help clients with it. But I'm not a big user of it simply because my people are not there predominantly buying, right? I deal with high-end packages. When you do really well on Instagram, it's often in a lower price, right? Anything kind of, $1,000 and down, right? So if you have programs, and especially if you have music and you have classes for $25, right? We're promoting the Pilates like crazy over on Instagram, and people are signing up and registering, right, for online classes. So, every platform has its sweet spot. Okie doke. All right, so let's take a look at some details about this. Instagram grew pretty much out of the millennial era, so we can thank them for this platform. There are 800 million active users. Engagement is 52 times higher than Facebook, 84 times higher than Twitter, and 54 times higher than Pinterest. The use of the @ or hashtag gets 78% more engagement. It's the second largest social media platform next to Facebook. It's owned by Facebook, who bought it for $1 billion. Mobile ad revenue is $2.8 billion per year. I think Facebook got a good deal out of that. And 90% are younger than 35-year-olds. So this speaks to the target market issue, right? My target market are predominantly women 45 years old and up. Now, are they on there? They are. But are they there to shop? I'm not sure. And so this is why I haven't spent a great deal of time on it. Over the next 3 months, though, hey, I figure I got a little time. I'm going to play with it for a bit, but my focus is actually moving to YouTube, which I'm going to talk about tomorrow. Of the top 100 brands, 90% are on Instagram. And the other thing to mention, it was booming, right? And it is still booming, but it had actually surpassed Facebook in growth and connection. But since the coronavirus hit, Facebook has actually taken back that that particular standing. But that's where it is going. So, what businesses make the most sense for this? Businesses that really thrive on Instagram are fitness, food, restaurant, fashion, makeup, DIY, interior design, real estate, baby market, animals, digital and traditional publications, travel, hospitality, wedding, photography, video, production, of course, acting, music, anything along those lines. Anything connected to celebrity. Instagram is the place to be. And in general, many target markets are here. The issue is it can be hard to convert depending on your price point, right? And I must say, it is the most time-consuming platform when you do it right, right? When you're at a celebrity status, their life's a breeze. They take a cute picture of themselves and 10,000 people like, right? When you're at the ground level, and you got to grunt and grind your way to get any attention. And so definitely, if millennials are your target market, this is definitely where you need to be. If women are predominant for you, this is a platform you need to consider as well. All righty, cool. Now, layout. Instagram is an online mobile photo sharing, video sharing, and social networking service that enables you to take pictures and videos and share them. And with over 5 billion mobile phone users, this platform is growing at the fastest rate. Now, in today's market, It's really about sharing things that are happening right now. All right. So many brands are using Instagram as a marketing platform to increase their social engagement, and it's widely used by businesses wanting to promote their products and services while connecting with followers. And that's one of the nice things. Now, the images with Instagram are this square shape, as you can see, for anyone really new to this. The squaring photo format was designed to give it a vintage look. It also lets it be, quite clean in the layout and structure. And it really offers video sharing options with an available video length of up to 15 seconds. Now, what you can do here is you can use the pictures to generate customers for you and increase your brand reputation. That's primarily one of the big things. So where do you start in Instagram? The first place you need to look at is your bio, all right? So your bio, you got 150 characters. It really is not a lot for you to be overly descriptive, but this is where you're going to have to really punch in on what it is that you do. So you're going to be, you need to answer, what do you do and how you can help them, and briefly tell people who you are. So let's take a look at mine. So the brief tell comes from the entrepreneur, all right? And then, who do I help? Speakers, authors, coaches, and consultants hire me to turn your expertise into multiple streams of online income. And then I help create your freedom lifestyle. So that in a nutshell can tell people, hey, are they interested in connecting to me? All artists, actors in particular, when that career can be so cyclical, right? Any career that involves, you having to constantly get a gig, right? You got to get a music gig, you got to get a speaking gig, you got to get a acting gig, you got to get a modeling gig. This is where I really help to move your move what you know online into an online program. The beautiful part about that, and again, this was what I did last week in the Facebook Live series, was how to create an online program guaranteed to sell. Now, it's become ever more important now to move your knowledge online, given the scenario. But I've actually been talking about this for 12 years, and here's the reason I started talking about it. Obviously, something like this wasn't on my radar. I was calling it Plan B. And Plan B was for those people who had aging parents or were possible that they would get into a health situation. And it was designed that if you were pulled out of the game, you had to go and help parents, or something happened to a family member and you could not work. It came down to this. If you couldn't work, can you make money? I mean, right now, we're just working in different situations. But if you physically couldn't work at all, can you make money? And the answer most people gave was no. And that's why online programs became so important. And even, I can't believe how more so now. It really is a big opening for me. So, when you're definitely dealing with LinkedIn, with Instagram, I'll go here. Unlike any other platform, you only get one active link. And so when you put stuff in your post that you kind of want them to click, they can't. And so the only place they can click is that one line under your bio link, okay? It's why the bio link is so important. Now, you don't want to put your website in the bio link because it has too many options and it's too distracting. So you want to keep the focus on exactly what you're currently talking about on your page. And also, since you can't change your website fast enough or get, what you want to send them to, let's say you're sending them to an offer, they can't find that easily enough. And so they're going to abort. We live in a society that will go, 3 clicks max. And if they don't get what they're looking for, they're gone. And now this tool helps you to easily change the options that you're dealing with on your Instagram. And so the tool is called Linktree. All right. So again, I can post this on my Facebook page, so you can go take a look and set one up. You can start with it for free, so you don't even have to worry about cost. All right. So let's take a look at this. So it is so nice and simple to use. You get in there and you see this add new link button, and that's all you have to do. So you add new link, and then you come up with a description. So let's say I said save 90% on the online business blueprint system. So here I'm selling a really low cost item right off the bat, right? And then here you'll say, see, join the Facebook challenge, social media clarity. That's what we're doing right now, right? So I'm promoting that on my Instagram. And so when people click on my bio link, they're going to be told about that. Book strategy session or grab a free gift. What I'm doing here is I'm list building, okay? Loss from Instagram. Exactly 80% marketing, 20% creatives. Okay, so Linktree is a tool. Let me finish this and then tell me if you're still confused, okay? So Linktree is the tool that allows you to use your one link that you get on your Instagram page very effectively. So I have put these options into my Linktree, okay? And that's what it looks like. So when you're on the mobile phone and someone's playing on Instagram and they want to find out more about me, they'll click on my top bio link, and this is where they'll go. Nice and easy for them to manage. I'm not trying to send them to my website, all right? Here's the link that Linktree gives you, and they tell you, go and put this link in your Instagram in your top bio line, okay? So here's what that kind of looks like. Now, this is what my bio line looks like. Now, most people will have it will say, my Linktree is Linktree /Tracy Repchuk. I have my Linktree embedded behind a custom domain name. So I'm keeping a brand alignment. Most people you'll see though, if they're using a tool like Linktree, you'll see the Linktree, all right? But if you go to my Instagram page and you click on tracyrepchuk.net, my Linktree is what's going to show up. Okay, so maybe you'll get a better understanding, when you look at an Instagram page, all right? Yes, you definitely do not want this to be your website. It needs to be something like this, because notice how I can keep their focus. And let's say next week, I'm doing another challenge next week, right? I don't know if I am, but if I was, it will put it there, okay? I can easily, in under a minute, I can go and I can change all the links that I want and have my Instagram be alive and easily updated. If you're going to try to get your web programmer or web designer to update your page, your website constantly to be integrated with your Instagram, it's too much work. And so this lovely little tool has done that. Now, the other question was, what about a landing page specifically branded for your art? 100% I am about pushing to a landing page almost at all times. And you'll notice here, option number 4, where it says free download, double your income in 3 simple steps. In this situation, I would recommend then still doing this, but you can you can have one option, quite frankly, that says double your income in 3 simple steps, or has your link to your landing page. And the only reason you would want this, you can go straight to your landing page if you want, as long as you're not going straight to your website. But the only reason you would add this in the future, let's say on your Instagram you have your 9 posts up there, and let's say 3 of them say buy now, right? Let's say you can get this artwork for $497, or whatever, right? So now, and then there you would say, we can't send them to a landing page. We're trying to get them to buy, right? So in this situation, we would say, you know, go to my bio link, which is the normal Instagram language. Go to my bio link. Okay, and then on this here, you would have your landing page link, and the next one would be, let's say you're trying to sell, you know, Flowers of April is the name of the art piece. Right here, you would say buy Flowers of April, and then you'd have another button that said buy, you know, Leaves of Autumn, right? So you could actually have the top 3 pieces you're talking about in your Instagram for sale immediately here. And that way, you know, people aren't searching, wondering the price, nothing. It's instant and fast. I have a different Instagram. Name. Do I use that? You should be operating on it, honestly, on your business page. Everyone's moving to that. So landing page on LinkedIn. Yeah. Do you want to put your landing page on your link tree? Yes, on your link tree. Remember, this is a little thing called, this is the tool, and this is how you set it up. This is what it looks like, and there's the bio link. Okay. Style link. Okay. No, bio link. I think that's what you're looking at. Yes, everybody out there should have a business account. Pretty much Instagram is almost moving to that. It's being run, it's going to start to be run similarly to Facebook, because Facebook owns it, right? So ads are starting to be extremely prominent, and they can run from your business account. You do not want to build up this mother of a following and not be able to place an ad on a day you want to place an ad. Hey, I got concert tickets or whatever. I'm doing a giveaway, whatever's happening, right? You want to be able to reach who you want to reach when you want to reach them, and that is done from the business page. Okay, so Instagram, you really start to plan that based on 9 images, 9 tiles, okay? And so that's kind of what you want to take a look at, right, in terms of 9 boxes. And that's how you'll start to plan when you get a little more sophisticated, okay? When you begin, you're going to start to post your videos and your photos. And again, videos are really quick. They're 15 seconds. Because Instagram rapidly pushes your content down, right? People only pretty much look at the first, 12, and you plan in sections of 9. There's a lot of room for you to play. If you're new to if you're new to Instagram, just start to post and play. All right. I don't want you to get too fussy. Take a picture of let's say you're let's say you have clothes to sell, right? Take a picture of something, put it up, create your Linktree link, and connect to a place where they can buy it, right? It's as simple as that. And then you're going to get more sophisticated. You're going to have an elaborate description. You're going to get really good at copywriting and selling that thing when they look at this gorgeous item you have just posted, right? Then you're going to have your hashtag, so it appears all over the place. But start, and that's really what I want to say here. And then when you start to get a little bit of action and you get a little more comfortable posting, and then you want to really start to promote it out, then you can start to get, more particular in all of the things that you're going to do. As you start to get comfortable and get followers and understand how to integrate hashtags, which we're going to talk about in a minute, then you can start to leverage, leverage a color scheme. Then you can start to, stick to brand colors throughout. You can start to come up with patterns, and you can start to really make sure that everything aligns with your entire branding, okay? So you can see that people start to get far more sophisticated as they spend more time on this platform. But as you can see, when you start to deal with, I think I can go back. I'll just do that then. When you start to deal with a lot of thought into something, like the patterns that go on here, and that the color coordination that she's got, it's going to take some time. And so this is where you want to be darn sure that is your time being well spent, right? Here, is this the platform that's going to help you? All righty. So that's kind of how you'll begin and start to move towards when you're doing a post. The other way you can post is called a story. And that is a post that aren't shown on the feed, right? They aren't shown in your 9-tile area. And they appear at the top for about 15 seconds before moving on to the next image. Stories can't be saved unless the user uses screen capture, and they will last 24 hours before they stop being available. Essentially, this was a response to the success of Snapchat at the time, but of course, it's gone on to become its own success. There are a number of unique advantages to using stories. For one, they allow you to reach a larger audience because they aren't shown in the feed, the normal feed of the cycle, but they're shown on the top of the page. The engagement tends to be a little bit higher. Another advantage of Instagram story is that it includes images and videos that might be less presentable and don't belong on your main feed, especially once you start to get into a theme. And so this is the perfect spot to show some of your daily life without ruining the theme and consistency of your feed. Now, if you haven't posted a story in a while, then go and post one, because your followers will then receive a notification. And this is another great feature, as it means you can re-engage with your followers who haven't seen your content in a while, and it kind of reminds them to come and take a look at you. And finally, Instagram stories give you the option to add actions for swiping up. Now, you have to have 10,000 followers or a verified Instagram account for that to be available to you. It's a preferred feature, so to speak. But what's really great is when you do that, you can take somebody to a link of your choosing. And this, of course, has huge potential for directing traffic to a landing page in particular, or directly monetizing your Instagram following. And so that's the direction you can start to go. Okay, could one of the pictures be the free book? So then they could click on it and bring them into the funnel. So one of the questions was, as far as posting is concerned, can one of your pictures be, so when you create a landing page, for those of you who know that that's one of my favorite things to do for clients, is there is a free gift you give away, and that's your guide. And the question was, can I post a picture of that on my Instagram? And the answer is absolutely. Yes, you can. You don't want to post it too often, right? Or people will get really bored, but you can post it. And then again, because there's no link available, it has to be up in your link tree. You have to then drive them to your landing page from that location. Okay. Now, optimizing your posts. So the next thing you want to think about is, when you're doing a post, you want to optimize and get the most power from it. And there are 4 ways to do this. The first is to be aware of the holidays that are coming up and special days, for example. Like we just had St. Patty's Day. So of course, not only will my hashtags have been St. Patty's Day related, but I probably did posts related to that holiday as well. Quite frankly, today's April Fool's Day, right? If you're into that, you could be posting about that, because it's really good for a number of reasons. It can leverage trending. Okay, so if that's trending today, you can jump aboard on that. I'm going to be talking more about kind of holidays and things of that nature when you're doing your calendar planning, which is on Friday. The second way to integrate or to really optimize your posts is with themes, right? So We talked about a few. I showed you a few of the colors and the branding and the alignment and things of that nature, or generally using a planned layout. Even more sophisticated are when you start to leverage themes that the pictures actually are cut into the cube nature, and so you could sit them there. You could practically, if it was impressive and able to be like this, you could practically have it that you're optimizing the 9 spaces as a landing page concept, where you would have gorgeous pictures, and then they're saying subscribe to the newsletter in this situation. You could do the same type of thing by planning a 9 scale or a 3 scale or things like that, if you wanted to get really pretty and sophisticated. And then this allows you to be, consistent, so your audience knows what to expect from you. Alrighty, so major brands who can afford, of course, the time and effort to do something like this really benefit from the brand impression. The third way is to be aware of the day, okay? So being aware of the day, because that carries regular hashtags. And of course, those can start to be trending as well by hopping aboard on one of those. You can see here, these are some hashtag examples for Monday. So if you're doing a Monday post, you might want to have, Monday motivation or something, or mindful Monday, something like that, right? And so you want to be aware of those. Now, on my Facebook, I'm going to post this link. This is one of the links I like for, it lists all the days. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, it lists all the hashtags for those days. So you can actually kind of scoop those and just start to use them into your planning. All righty. And last but not least is to monitor trends, okay? So Instagram was built for the now. And like Twitter, it does really well when you leverage a trend. Now, what I do is I actually still go to my Twitter to find out what's trending, and then I will carry that over here to Instagram. And then I will check on Instagram for what the hashtag is that's happening over here. I'll use that, and then I will jump on it. So I scale, I leverage the real fast motion of Twitter. I mean, it is a rapid raging river, and it keeps you up to date for sure. So that's one of the things I leverage from that platform. All righty. Now, okay, testing different post times for your market. In general, it is always best to see if there is a good time that you get engagement. In the beginning, you're just going to post when you post, right? But as you start to move down the line, you might look at something and say, wow, that got 28 likes and this got 3 likes. And then you might start to take a look, because you have something called insights. You might look and say, wow, I sent that out at noon and I sent the other one at 10 p.m. at night when I was, sitting by TV or whatever, right? So you're going to start to see these types of things that go on. In general, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. during the weekdays are the best, and the best day is Wednesday. So better start posting. Do one today. All righty. And then if you're like me, I have clients that are global. In fact, many of them are here today. It is within your, the question was, for local, in my case, it would be PST, right? That's what they are kind of talking about for local. In your case, if you're Eastern Standard, you're going to do it then, right? I think what it understands for the word local is where the majority of your clients are. So let's say, though, you are out east and the majority of your clients are out here in California, then you had better match where your clients are. It's about matching the target market of the majority of your clients. And then for me, I'm global as well. I have people here from UK and Australia, in Ireland. And so the trend there is to test 6 p.m. their time, 6 to 7 p.m. their time. Okay. So in my situation, that could mean I need to post twice a day in order to hit that market. All right. Okay, next. Next. Okay. So the next thing I'll talk about is Instagram Lives. Okay. So like Facebook, Instagram also has a live feature. And to use Instagram Live, you simply access your camera and you choose the live setting and start broadcasting. Very similar to the simplicity of Facebook. Now, anyone using the app at the moment who follows, you will then receive a notification to watch. Again, very similar to Facebook, right? You'll be on the computer. You'll see this little thing in the corner that says, oh, Tracy's going live, you know? And so it's that same concept on Instagram. And so it makes it a very powerful way, Facebook and Instagram, makes it a very powerful way for you to get eyeballs on your channel and for you to get attention. And then just the same, they'll be able to comment on your video and react. Now, live has a lot of unique benefits. It allows you to share exciting moments with your viewers and to engage in a whole new and different way, because, you know, it's very static in Instagram, right? We just got kind of our pictures or short videos. This is a really great way to show your personality and let your audience feel as though you know, they're gaining a unique insight that they wouldn't get if they weren't following your channel. Again, if you are a musician, an actor, an impressionist, anything like this, this is a really good platform for you to start to showcase what it is that you do. I see tons of musicians right now doing Instagram Lives in particular. Okay. And again, it really gives your audience a feeling that they're getting to know you better. And when you build that know, like, trust, you know, then that, of course, can lead more rapidly to sales. And then you can answer questions that they have, you know, about your business or your product. And it's just really a brilliant way to build trust too. That's, you know, so it's a really great tool. And again, just make sure that you use this sparingly. And, you know, when you have something really interesting to share, you know, so you're not going to just generally talk, or else people will start to tune out. But, you know, if they know that as soon as you're doing a live, that it's going to be really cool, they're like, ooh, they're going to come over. All right. And this is all this. I don't think we've ever had a better time in history to play with all of this stuff and see how it turns out for you. You know, again, if you're a musician, turn that camera on you and get playing something. And then at the end, say, hey, by the way, I got this awesome CD. Just click my bio link at the top and go download, go whatever, right? That's what you got to start to train yourself to say. Now, Instagram also has Instagram TV. So this is a new option from Instagram that, of course, incorporates video. It essentially allows users to record video in a longer format now. So it's about 15 seconds to 10 minutes is what you can deal with. Very, very similar actually to LinkedIn, how you can upload a 10-minute video. But here, it places them on a channel, right, called Instagram TV. So it's a little bit different. If you're a verified account, which is a status that Instagram gives you, you can actually run a video much, much longer, up to hours. And so you have no concerns about time in that case. The videos are all vertical in orientation and will be viewable using the Instagram app or IGTV app. While this is relatively untested in a young marketing tool, It definitely has the potential to grow, but more importantly, there is a huge lack of competition in there right now, which makes it a great way to gain a foothold early on. So that's something to think about, especially if you have something you can talk about that's interesting or showcase, right? And what I have seen primarily on the channel is a big use of teaser videos that drive to an offer. So again, if you've got something like that, it's a really good mechanism for you to leverage. Okay, next. Instagram is pretty much all about the hashtag. Huge power resides in this. You know, later it's been a little bit of an add-in feature for Facebook and a little bit of an add-in feature now for LinkedIn. But here is the power tool. It started on Twitter and it is big time over here as well. And so you'll see here $1 million listings, right? If you're in real estate, you want to appear somewhere else other than your own channel because that is like pretty much like sitting in isolation. So it's definitely one of the most crucial elements when it comes to gaining new views, gaining more likes, and generally helping your page to grow exponentially. So if you see here, again, if you're selling real estate, just hashtag real estate, and you can appear on that bulletin board. You can also use it to check out your competition, which is a really good thing. So if you know kind of who is in your space, what you want to do is go here and take a look at what hashtags are they using, and then you can start to check out and leverage some of those as well. Who likes the little scoop technique? It's like being a ninja spy. It's also a great way to get ideas, especially if you're new to the hashtag world and you're wondering, oh, well, there's my competition. What are they using? Who's going to go check out one of their competitions and see what hashtags they're using? Let me see who's going to go get curious. Amy, Dana, nice, Debbie. Okay, good job, Noelle. So simple, right? This is the beautiful part. Now, Richard and Maria, okay. All right. Okay, so let's take a look, though, at really the hashtag world. In Instagram, you get 30 of them, okay? So unlike other platforms, which don't like to see a lot of hashtags, this one, you can go all out with them. And so you really want to do that. You don't want to just use one or two. You want to use all 30, especially in the beginning. This is like the lottery, right? So why would you buy one ticket when you can buy 30 tickets? Because you don't know what bulletin board or you don't know what hashtag is going to bite for you. So you have 30 times the chance of seeing what really starts to hit. So now you have to figure out what were those 30 going to be. In essence, you want them to be a mix, okay? So they need to be a mix of what are hashtags that are going to attract your ideal audience. And of course, for me, women in business is an ideal audience. Ones that will attract kind of are common, for example. So in this situation, you know, marketing strategy is a really common one, and it speaks to what I do, right? And then you also want to use hashtags that are trending, COVID-19, you know, all of the quarantine, all of the stay at home and stuck at home and happy at home and all of those, right? Those are all trending hashtags. And so you want to do what's called newsjacking and leverage some of those. And then there are stable and popular ones like Insta Daily. So you can start to play with some of those and include them as well. And then I also want you to come up with a unique hashtag that you can easily track and monitor that is part of your brand, okay? So it can be a word that already exists out there, or it can be unique to you. So in my situation, I have 3 hashtags that I have branded and I've actually trademarked and I've actually registered them, all right? It doesn't mean other people can't use them because I can't do that to a word, but it says that I was the kind of the originator, so to speak. So my 3 hashtags are Reach Millions, Quantum Leap, and Message to Millions. So Reach Millions is actually my overarching brand, which is about, that's my mission and purpose for my clients, is that you start to get your impact out there. And so I have ways that I teach clients how to do that. You know, like I've been on television over 22 times and national and hit 20 million viewers in a space of 30 days type of thing. And so I help to put together strategies that do that. And of course, social media is a way to increase reach. My other one, Quantum Leap, that goes to my product line. So generally my product lines are aligned under under that brand. Because everything I want it to be faster for you. That's everything that I do. I want it to be faster. You know, I've spent years, decades learning all of this technology. I don't want you to spend too much time doing it, because you need to be doing what you're doing. So either hire me to do it, or at least get one of my programs, so that you're not surfing all over the internet wondering how to do something. Okay. And then last but not least, I have my Message to Millions. So my Message to Millions is my coaching programs. And so that is my, it's a 12-month program that I have. And again, my whole premise of that program is to move you through from idea to getting on TV, doing your own live events, traffic, you know, book launches, product launches. Everything is taught within that, and I'm your coach for the year. So that's the 3 that I leverage that, depending on what I'm talking about, is what I will promote. All right, so where do you find these magical hashtags? We'll take a look at that. And definitely what you want to do is make sure you vary these, okay? And I'm going to show you a tool that will help you get the ideas. Yes, you get 30 with each post, 30 hashtags. You don't get them, you have to use 30, or you can use 30. Okay, so where do you find these hashtags? One place I showed you was to scoop from competition. Okay, that's nice and simple. But the other place where it's really consolidated for you is all-hashtag.com. I'll have Dave type that in there, all-hashtag.com. So I'll post this on my Facebook page as well with the replay. And so what you do here is you go in and you, let's say I typed women, right, as one of my hashtags. It will then generate all the hashtags that deal with women. And so let's say I was like, okay, I will use, if you're in the fashion industry, you'll want women of luxury, women purse, you know, that type of things. And so you will take a look and you'll grab about 3 or 4 from each search you do, so that you vary. All right. So again, you can also search what are the absolute top ones, right? And it will tell you all the top ones that are out there. And so again, here's ones for art, right? What are the top ones for art? Art and artistic and artists, you know, and my art and watercolor and paintings. Okay. Now, and again, if you deal with animals, which I seem to have a lot of clients that deal with animals, this is your domain. Okay. Instagram is your jam. And you should be spending time here posting unbelievable, gorgeous pictures of animals and hashtagging them, because this is a rabid environment for pets. They have Instacats, which every post seems to get like 10 million hits. You know, it's just insane. And a lot of these dominant hashtags, if you get picked up by any of them and start to get promoted, that's how you can go from 60 followers to, you know, 4,000 followers overnight. It's these hashtags and leveraging this type of these types of environments that give you the power to go big fast. All righty. Okay, so there are 2 places in Instagram that you can put your hashtags. The first is directly in the post. So you can see here, This was my post from yesterday, social distancing, yes or no, blah, blah. And then a bunch of hashtags, okay? The other way you can do it is to put it in the comments. And you'll notice here, you know, I'm leveraging lockdown, quarantine life, and COVID-19. Those are, again, very hot tags right now that are trending, and that's why you've got to pay attention to what those are going to be. Or you can post your hashtags in what's called the comments, right? And so if you take a look at this post that I had, I'm just going to move these. When I posted it, I didn't say nothing, you know, Las Vegas on the strip, and then Las Vegas shuts down. I was there the day that Las Vegas was closing. All of the machines shut, the hotels closed. It was a ghost town in hours. Everybody was pretty well just getting kicked out. And so it was unbelievable. So this one is actually a joke, a little bit of if you go check it out on my Instagram, it was kind of a fun little skit that I did about it. But I did a lot of Facebook Lives during that time, showing everybody what was happening, including I did a walk through a casino during that time, because normally you can't have a camera anywhere near a casino, but there's nobody in it. So that was just kind of a, you know, a behind the scenes. Remember I told you about your Facebook Lives, some of the VIP stuff you can see, right? So this allows you to keep your post clean. So none of that would appear in the post, and then you immediately put it in the thing. So it all depends on you. There is no difference per se, but they do recommend that you keep any really high level, hard to get into hashtags in your actual post, and then you can post the rest in the comments area. The thing is, you want these to be relatively close together, okay? But having said that, if I do post without comments and discover that, I actually go in and post comments to it, and sometimes it reinitiates the actual original post. So you can play with that. And there's an example of what I put in that specific post. This is what I added after, because then I started to leverage it as an opportunity to promote my Facebook Live. And this was the one specifically focused on how to create an online program guaranteed to sell. And so got a lot of activity on that one. Great. So shout outs, otherwise known as tagging. So this is ideal when you want to get the attention of a big channel or a brand along with their audience. For example, in my strategy that I'm doing for me, these are some of the brands that I want to align with. So for example, I could take a picture of me right now on my Apple computer. Dave could do that while I'm sitting here. And post that. And of course, I'm going to do a connection to an @ it's the @ symbol, like you do in Twitter, and connect to Apple, do an Apple shout out, right? And hopefully get some attention. You know, that can happen, and it won't happen unless you ask, right? Or unless you go for it. Same with American Express. What I've done here is when I was putting together my strategy, I put together the kind of things that I connect with and use and can talk about if need be, right? So American Express, of course, I could have a picture of me holding my American Express as I could be holding my, I don't know, what's that thing called? The black card. I could hold my black card up and say, hey, about to purchase blah using my American Express black card, or whatever the heck it's called. And then do a post on that. So it's cool to the people. And also I'm including American Express. Forbes, I've done many connections with Forbes, and they've promoted me because I've been published in Forbes over 24 times. United Airlines is one of the main airlines that I use, so I often will, if I'm in the first class lounge just hanging, I'll do a post about that. Mercedes, we have 3 of them, and so I might do a post about being on my Mercedes or at the Mercedes or going somewhere in the Mercedes. Amazon, of course, use all the time. All my books were #1 on Amazon. Hulu is just, something we all have. Hulu, Netflix, those types of things, and Wells Fargo is my main bank. And so I've created this scenario, and what the goal of it is twofold. One, I'm hoping that these brands that I align with might one day sponsor me, sponsor my event, or pay me to sponsor and promote their products. That's kind of what I'm going for here. And so that's the strategy used with a shout out. Don't do shout outs randomly though, or they'll start to ignore you, right? But if you're saying something like, hey, let's say you're a nutritionist, right? And you're talking about, and you do a shot of you at Whole Foods or something. And then you do a connection to Whole Foods as you're doing that post because you would like them as a sponsor in your life, then that works, right? But don't just, put together something and try to do a reach out to Kim Kardashian or something, or to a major celeb or influencer. Unless you're in a picture with them, that will annoy them, okay? So you don't want to get on the wrong side of people. They can shut you down pretty fast. The other way to build your platform rapidly is by doing what's called a giveaway. So you have to have something obviously cool to give away, right? Giving away a session or a strategy session or something like that isn't going to fly. People like stuff. If you're going to give away, let's say, a MacBook Air, right? Let's say you're a little bit into technology and you're like doing a MacBook Air promo. So let's say you go out and you buy a MacBook Air for $1,000, right? And now you start this giveaway. Chances are, if you build your channel really well from this, or more importantly, you get the outcome that you're going for, that can be a great expense, right? I know people spending, 60 grand a week on Facebook ads. I'd rather do giveaways all day long than give money to ads, because it just gets more connected to people. So how do you start your giveaway? You simply set what your goal is. You create a hashtag for that. You'll know this guy has Doritos Mexico, right? Then you'll set the rules, and you can see he has the rules actually on his page and in the text. And then you set the date. When does it have to be done by? It's really simple, actually. Instagram makes it easy to run these types of contests, and Facebook doesn't. They have very high regulations. So Instagram is your platform to do this. All you have to do as part of this is down at the bottom, and you can push it down or put it in the comment, whichever one you want. You have to put a disclaimer that they provide for you. Now, why do you want to do giveaways? Because you can generate more engagement on your posts. That can be part and parcel of the rules, right? You can grow your Instagram following rapidly, and you can get more people to sign up for your email list, because that can be part of what you do, part of the promotion. And then you go sign up here and you get your free gift and blah, 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 right? Now, for example, if you're an artist and you have a picture and it's worth $1,000 or something, and you're willing to give one of your pieces away, that is something that you could do. If you're a up-and-coming celeb, some people know you, you got a little following, that if you said, hey, how would you like, whatever, lunch or something, they have to get there, or a online Skype chat, or something that a fan would be over the moon about, then heck, put yourself out there. Remember that movie? I think it was called A Date with Todd or something. And that generated all sorts of press and attention, etc. So give away something that you're willing to give away, and it's got to be of high value so that you can really start to get the goal that you're looking for. And as I said, spending money here could be better than spending it on ads. The thing I don't like about ads, of course, is they may not work at all. I've spent thousands and thousands and thousands on Facebook ads and got nothing, absolutely nothing. So I can tell you that there's a very specific art designed around ads, and it's extremely expensive to hire people. I was paying $5,000 a month for a Facebook ad manager. And so it's an expensive game. I'd rather do a giveaway all day long. And the reason that it doesn't happen on Facebook is because they kind of removed the ability, or they made it so hard to do that it's not happening there anymore. But for Instagram, it's a wide open game still. Now, finding followers. Okay, who has something cool to give away that they think that would work with? Like, for example, let's say my son could do this if he was interested at all. But let's say he has a pair of, which he definitely does, of like Gucci or Prada, a high-end something, right? He could give something like that away, like a Gucci bag or a Louis Vuitton bag or something like that, worth $2,700. That could be the prize. Those are the prizes that people are looking for. Yeah, signed scripts. If it's a show, a script for a show that people are have followers are, not only can you leverage the hashtag for that, right? But you can generate a great audience from it. Awesome. Oh, good. Excellent. Somebody's leveraging this technology already. Very good. Okay, good. All right, now it's time for you to find followers. Okay, so here's the fast ways to find followers. The first one is just use the search bar. Now, let's say you have a whole pile of clothing, and that's what you do. You could just go and search vintage clothing, use the search bar for your topic, and then people that are interested in that and the dominant hashtag you should be using is going to appear. And so at that point, if this is just a person, you can go and start, following them, seeing what they're doing, seeing if are they a possible buyer, or are they somebody that you can be leveraging for their hashtag use, and seeing what they're doing, right? You want to take a look at your competition and seeing what they're doing up here. The second way is to take a look and find an influencer. So let's say, for example, the influencer in my space is HuffPost Women. So I could then go to Huffington Post Women, and I could find a recent post of the 9 tiles that they have. And then I'm going to pick one that has a lot of comments. And then I'm going to select those people that are commenting and follow them, okay? Because the thing that will help you with is to find active users. People that are posting and commenting are very active, and that's the type of person that you want on your account. Alrighty, and in addition, then you'd want to, on the influencer's account, you always want to comment on theirs as well, and like and things of that nature, so that you can possibly get on their radar. Okie doke. And last but not least, when you're doing these searches, then they're going to start to say and post for you suggestions for people who you can be following. So you want to just select some of those as well. And that's how you can really get going. I did a test, a little baby test on this last night. And I didn't do that many, but I did this exact process just to make sure that you could get going. And I got 14 new followers in like an hour. So, especially if you don't have any followers right now, it's just a good little thing to start to get the pipeline full. All right. And then remember, if anyone follows you back, comments on something, likes your post, you need to engage back as fast as you can. And this is a social engagement platform and has high interaction requirements. That's how you get successful. That's how the Instagram algorithm works. And so you just want to make sure that you don't post and hope it's set and forget, because it's not. This is not that type of platform. You'll remember too from when I talked, I think, on the Facebook introduction, how you have your 4 types of engagement, right? Your listening, your networking, and then you're engaging, and then you're selling, and how that was 80-20. here you definitely want to do a lot of the engagement and the listening and the liking, and then you can pull out the 20 sell. It's a great platform for that, for the sell. Okie doke. Now, on your exercise sheet today, should have arrived by now, your task will be to really take a look at your bio, and then set up that Linktree link. Okay, I want you to get that done. So at the very least, you've got your Instagram account with a good bio and a nice link and some options where they can go after. Okay, so that's it. And then you can start to fill in the rest, where you're gonna start to search for your hashtags and then do a post. Go and follow people like I just showed you. Play with a story, post a story, and then later you get far more sophisticated by picking out a theme or direction. And those little things are you can put your hashtags in there, and you can, when you've done a post, put the date that you did it, just to kind of, help keep you moving. Like, you don't put this piece of paper and it goes away forever, right? This is designed to really keep you moving forward. And again, just a reminder, I've got a lot of new people on today for Instagram, is that during this time, I'm doing a special on one of my programs called The Science of Social Media. Over 100 training videos for Facebook, Facebook Live, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram, Pinterest, Snapchat. Got mind maps, blueprints, checklists. Plus you get special bonuses, about success rituals and podcasting and things of that nature. Now, for Instagram alone has 29 training videos. Okay. If I buy this, do I need your blueprint as well? Don't know what the oh, you mean the OBB? That little thing you saw in, yes, they're very different. So the blueprint that I'm selling in my link on Linktree for like the $10, it is kind of the layout of what you do for a business online. This is one of the pieces for social media. This is blowing social media up, which is one of the pieces along the 10 steps to your online business. So again, for Instagram alone, there's all sorts of things. How do you use it? How do you create it? Setting up your profile, getting followers, using it as a marketing tool, business case studies, how does it work with Pinterest, secrets to a successful post, promotional strategies, understanding Instagram, choosing a niche, how to grow your account, how to leverage trends, all sorts of stuff. Instagram is very beefy on this platform. Okay, doke. So tomorrow, yay! Tomorrow is YouTube Day. And quite frankly, this is for everybody. So there is no escaping YouTube. All right. And I'll be explaining why tomorrow. So that will be that. And again, thanks again, everybody, for playing all out today. I look forward to helping you get your social media clarity, attract your ideal audience, and convert them into raving fans that demand what you have and recommend you. So have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much. If you have kind things to say, I am reading them here right now. Thank you, thank you. If you can post them on the Facebook page, I would appreciate it so much. And that is facebook.com/Tracy Repchuk fan. I will see you on the Facebook page, and I will see you tomorrow as we take a look at YouTube. All right. Bye for now, everyone.